Hopefully my presentation will help you digest your food, okay? Usually independent things will be just like Susan said, as a spectacle in China. Several years ago, I was elected by media as one of the 50 independent public intellectuals who can impact the Chinese society in current China. But it's also criticized by the party newspaper, say, look, any independent means someone not stand together with party. Well, we are not really someone who stand together with party, but we are not someone who anti-party and anti-government. We're just like the name of a company was called Lingdian, Horizon Lingdian, which means we are not negative, we are not positive. We just stand in the point that originally, if it is good, then we'll say good. If it was not good, we'll say bad. Yeah, so when I just started business 15 years ago, many people ask me, what kind of business are you doing? My mom also asked me, why you resigned from government and did some business I never know. You know, I'm really concerned about in the future, how can you make your life? So, but now my mom, basically you have to do something and put a newspaper and make it become a famous person. So she really supported me now, and also actually it's the same situation to government. 15 years ago, the government say, look, you pull this social issue. Basically, social issue is a government issue. You know, how can you pull that? And if you pull that, you know, what kind of things we can do? So when I registered the company, I want to put something like a social polling or policy analysis. The guy working at the Bureau of Industry and Commerce say, if you do that, I will lose my job. You know, if a private company can do the policy analysis, you know, how this our policy people can do. So basically, it's at that time that's the basic situation. But with a growing of the market economy, we are doing more market research, and also so that's make us to make profit. It's important that in China we don't have enough like a foundation to support the social research. So our typical business models, we are doing market research, and we're making money. And actually, I put half of my profits to support the social issue study. And so far, the majority of the social issue study or independent polling are self-sponsored study. And we released twice a week to the news media, at least 2 reports about the different social issues, and to news media about what happened in China, how Chinese people view those things. And the government have, actually, government, I never have any government people to come to my office and say, you cannot do this. But they usually control the media. You cannot publish this, you cannot release this. So I do see there is a pretty kind of open for us. We can do all kind of a study, but it's not everything will be published. And also the government also start to encourage the establishment of its own public opinion polling organizations. So far, there was more than 30 public opinion centers were established within the provincial level government, city government, and also at the central government level. But we do know they are standing in the government standpoint. Sometimes they're doing this polling and they try to assess the government performance. The result will be overly positive. For example, every year the state polling center will release a result about how the people view the policeman's performance. Basically, 92% of people say they are doing very well. But according to our poll, that's the best year is only like 72%. So we release that result in the media and publish the 2 results together. And so people can look at, what's the difference here, and they can have their own judgment about who is right and who is wrong. And we do use many research methods in China, and basically we have quantitative, qualitative. But if you do an international comparison, then we can say in China, there are more qualitative ways will be used. The reason is that basically the people in China is not that open. So if you simply get a quantitative data, sometimes you cannot interpret that data very well. So focus groups, in-depth interview, and also like participatory observation are those methods are widely used, and I try to understand the consumers or sometimes the general public well. Of course, we gradually developed those quantitative research way, but in China we have a more face-to-face interview. But so far, the nationwide only have like a 27% of penetration rate of a fixed phone. In many areas, especially in the rural area, in the suburb of the city area, still don't have enough fixed phone. And actually, if you from the business side, China was just a jump from the fixed phone stage to the mobile phone stage. Many those households, they don't want to fix the home phone again. They simply just use a mobile phone. So that's why the phone call interview was not widely used to do the national representative interview. But it would be workable for doing the middle class survey interview in a city. And also we are doing many phone call interview with managers. And we start using like internet survey in China, but it's also not widely used because we have a bunch of trash mail in China. So email interview we got a very low response rate. So we are not using that very much. But it is very good to use it as a web visit way to get the employee study to do that. So employee response give the comments about the satisfaction of the company, culture, all those stuff. But here we'll introduce more about how we're using the polling way to understand those different social issue and policy issue. First, we are developed as very systematic studies like general social survey in the United States. Actually, very interestingly, general social survey, which is cover how the people give the comments on the different aspects of their social life. It is a well-organized research system also globally. But it was refused by Chinese government to do that in China. It's not allowed to do that in China. So we developed our own study, was called Life Quality Index. So basically, it's a very same framework of a general social survey. So people give the comments about their overall life, how they satisfy with their overall life, and also different factor of their life. All those including this factor in so-called macro level, about the state development, economic development, and about the country international status, and about what's their feeling about the further reformation of the state system, and also about their micro life, about their personal income, their housing situation, social security, Medicare, all those detailed things. And here, basically, we can see the change. So the change of the result, and actually we use a five-point scale. The 5 means the highest, the 1 means the lowest. We can see the curve that become changing. And in some years, especially here, we can see it's the lower. The 2000 is low too, but 2006 is rise a little bit. So we can see that kind of a change of the curve. We also we do that study is about because we use different indicators. The one indicator is about consumption, the confidential, the ratio of confidence of consumption. So actually, if you look at the 5 score, we have the slight rising of that result. But if we compare to the result in the United States, we can see the difference. But very interestingly, it's not about the overall level. It's about the structure. If we compare the result from the United States, American consumers are pretty confident about their personal income, and also about the timing. The timing of the highest is about personal income. But in China, the highest is about the level of state economic development, and about the personal economic situation. The personal economy is a low level, and which is in many way when we do the polling, we compare the result in the American side, we can say the people in that side is better feeling about their personal control of their life quality. But in China, there's more about, they feel that more confident about the development of the society.